The following podcast contains adult themes and adult language. Listener discretion advised.
And although we joke, if you or someone you know is affected by or a victim of domestic violence, dial 1-800-799-7233 or visit the National Domestic Violence Hotline's website, thehotline.org.
But it's always the husband, it's always the husband, it's always the husband, I'm gonna kill you, babe.
Hi, this is Sarah.
And this is Megan.
You're listening to It's Always the Husband podcast.
Welcome.
Thank you for tuning in.
This is a true crime podcast, but with a humorous approach. And so if you only want to hear the story, go listen to Stupid Mr. Ballin. He's boring.
I feel like he does a fine job.
Only tells the story and talks like this. If you want to have fun, listen to us.
You can. I mean, you have other choices.
Yeah,
if you want a well-produced show, you're in the wrong spot.
Correct.
Yeah.
How was your week? It was our first day back at the deodorant factory.
Yeah, the first day back was fine.
Was it good?
Yeah. Everybody's tired, so that's exactly how I like them.
Yeah.
Worn out, tired, and
just very lethargic.
Not as loud as they could be.
Just not engaged at all.
No, they don't care what you're saying. They don't listen to you. They don't do work. So I prepared for that today. And we didn't have very important things.
Well, good. Something in our office, in our studio, just fell off the wall for no reason.
Cords.
That was freaky. Cords everywhere. So Randy doesn't eat the cords. All right. So
how about your week? First day back.
Yeah, it's my first day back since medical leave.
Yes,
so
that's a hard back.
It was rough, and
you forget how to do everything.
I did, and I noticed
I forget the names.
Yeah, there were a couple kids I was like looking at, like, what's your name again?
They're just not in there
because I forgot them. And both of the classrooms that I teach in were a garbage disposal of a mess. So the men that I teach with did not properly clean after the children. So I had to do a lot of tidying up today. And then I came home and made dinner, and I made 2 loaves of sourdough because I'm a trad wife. I brought a
excellent
sampler for Sarah.
I felt very lucky to get to eat it. It was perfect.
Thank you. And then I had my glitter in the shitter.
Yes. What is that?
My glitter in the shitter this week is that my son and I, and sometimes my husband, we are taking sign language class on Zoom. It's free through the Minnesota State Academy of the Deaf and for the deaf.
That's awesome.
And our teacher
That's really good.
is deaf. She's awesome. Her name is Chelsea. And so we've been doing that. I can't remember did I say or not that Rory?
No.
I don't think I did tell everyone. My son was born with congenital CMV, which can cause deafness. So he's had some hearing loss since he was born, but it just progressively worsened at different times in different ears. So when he was in first grade, he got a cochlear implant on one ear, and now he unfortunately has lost hearing in his ear that he just wears a hearing aid in. So we're most likely going to get another cochlear implant. We have that appointment coming up in a couple weeks. So we'll see what happens. Does he still have his hearing aid
in full blast, or does he just want it out?
Yeah, he wears it, but he says he only can make out like sounds if they're really, really loud. It's mostly just like honking, and he can't really hear sounds of speech anymore.
Then he should come where I am, because it's just weirdos honking all day. That's all I would need to hear, because that's all there is.
Well, he'll be with you soon enough, and I'm sure he'll honk away.
Honk away, because that's what we do in here is honk.
Yep.
And say, what the hell?
6, 7.
Yeah, you can't say what the hell in school. What the hell? You can't.
Yeah,
That's-
we had
no?
to sign 6-7 today in
No, that's
sign language
blasphemy.
class.
Did you tell Chelsea she was a dirty whore for making you do that? What's the sign for dirty whore?
I should have typed it in
Yeah.
to the chat. Because at the end, everyone was asking questions like, how do you say whatever? I can't remember, or I remember.
Yeah.
And she just goes over all these signs. How do you say night again? And then I should have just put in.
I want to take that and learn too.
How do you say dirty whore?
How do you say dirty whore? How do you say Chelsea is a whore?
She's not. She's the sweetest.
I bet she
love
is.
her.
Blessings to her, because that is
Yes.
hard to teach over
Yeah,
any
she's awesome.
virtual thing.
There's
for
no
any
sound.
teacher.
So they just type and she signs, and then there's
That's
some
cool.
little videos,
Yeah.
and I remembered a lot more than I thought I did. So now we just gotta. It's mostly for us. We decided like when Rory's taking a shower or a bath, or like when he doesn't have his devices in,
Yes.
we need
But
to be
that's-
able
yeah.
to say like brush your teeth,
Yes.
put your pajamas on. Yeah,
I think that's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. What about you? What got you through? What's your glitter in the
Well,
shitter?
since we live in a shithole that's very cold,
Mm-hmm.
and the snow came with a fury, but it's still not bad temperature wise. I mean,
No,
it's like
now it feels
20s
nice.
to 30s,
Yeah.
which for other people who are normal places, that's horrible.
Yeah.
But for Minnesota in the winter, that's like the Sahara Desert. We never get the 30s in January. That's unheard of.
No.
But I have a lip balm, but it's very expensive.
What is it? Because my lips are. Look at I.
It works excellently.
Vaseline.
Vaseline. Is it Phil's Jerkin Vaseline?
No, that's the only thing
Oh.
that makes my lips feel good.
It's called Necessaire. I don't know. Necessaire. And it's Necessaire lip balm. I don't know what it is, but it's a miracle.
Well, what made you buy it if it was? So
I heard
expensive?
I heard online of someone saying, "Holy shit! No wonder why the wealthy always," or whatever. Something online, someone said, "I'm gonna stop." I can't remember how they worded it, but in other words, like this product is only for the wealthy, and I indulged, and now I feel bad because I can't keep indulging or whatever,
Right.
but it works. It's like one of the best lip balm I've ever had. And so I was like, okay, I just was so desperate for something that works just because I feel like I'm so dry. Maybe it's because I haven't drank water in 51 years too.
That could be. Oh, it's like a body wash
Yeah, it's a whole
for
brand, I think.
$42.
But it was expensive, but I don't know. It works so well. Within like 3 days, I felt like my lips are normal.
It's the lip balm.
Yeah.
Multi-ceramide
Yeah.
in mint.
I have mine in mint. I think it is mint.
Yeah. It's $28.
Yeah. But it's like a big tube.
Oh my God.
I've never spent that much on anything ever. But
I can't believe you did it.
I know. I was desperate because nothing worked. Vaseline doesn't work. It just I react to it, I think. And so people are saying they don't react to I don't react to it. I don't get chapstick makes it work, so I can't even go near it. Or Chap-Aid.
You can get 2 for $50.
I feel like that's more than 23. It's not a deal.
No. What?
You can get 2 for $75.
How much did I say the
23.
first one was?
Or was it 28?
28.
Okay,
The
so
first
then
one
that's
was 28.
better.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very expensive, but it's the only thing that actually has worked. And I've tried like those. What are those round ones that were in for a while? Those, I swear, gave me
EOS or whatever.
Cholera or something.
Well, those don't even fit in your pocket.
No.
Like, why do you want an egg in your pocket? It looks like you have a tiny micropene
Yes.
in your pocket.
Is that a boner or an EOS?
Yeah.
Or are you somehow lacking? it's very good, but like I said, it's again, I probably will never buy it again. I'll just have this one and spread it out the rest of my life.
Right.
Because all the good things are for the rich
Yeah.
and not the destitute.
Right.
I just have to find dumpster Vaseline.
Like me.
But I don't know. I thought I'm going to live the good life for once.
Well, I'm proud of you because you don't splurge often.
No, I don't.
And I'm glad you did it for your lips.
It was nice.
Good. Great.
But we do have Patreon before we go into Facebook.
Who
I
could
wanted
they
to say,
be?
Chelsea Tiemann, welcome back. Welcome
Chelsea,
again.
thanks.
Amy Tiller. Welcome,
Amy.
Amy. She just was from today.
Wow.
Kylie D, who
Hi,
we know
Kylie.
and is on Facebook, I believe, too. And Mara Spencieri.
Oh.
Does she know that Luke Spencer recently died? Did you hear that?
From
The actor
All My
General
Kids?
No, from General Hospital.
I mean, General Hospital. Yeah.
The actor died, Luke Spencer. No more Luke and Laura. But
No.
I think he hasn't been on General Hospital for like 15 years or
No.
something. So,
I always thought he was odd.
of
Looking.
course.
Why was his hair so crazy?
I don't know, because it was the 70s and he just kept it because then nobody could recognize him with shaved
Without
that hair.
clown
Yes.
hair.
Yeah.
I didn't ever get the appeal. I never watched that one.
I loved General Hospital.
You did? Yeah, that was one I never ever have ever watched. Okay, well, thanks, Patreons. We do have some special episodes, and we'll get you some stickers. And if you would like to support us through Patreon, you can do that. Just look up It's Always the Husband.
And there we are.
On Patreon. Yeah, we'd appreciate it.
And then we have a Facebook group. We have Instagram. We have social media.
Yeah, we
do.
do.
And if you can give us, we've had some great ratings, and I mean to post ratings and reviews recently. Thank you so much. So if you haven't given us a rating or review, it actually really helps to get more ratings, to get some reviews, and I'll post them or share us anyway on your social media. That helps a lot.
Yes.
Because we're getting new listeners and we appreciate it greatly.
Which brings me to our Facebook funny.
Yeah.
Another little segment we like to do is we have a very robust Facebook group. It's called It's Always the Husband podcast group. And you just have to ask to join and we'll let you in. And so it's just a bunch of just debauchery.
Oh, it's
And it's just a fun place to hang out on the internet. And I
have this interrupting you,
Okay,
sorry,
that's
but we
okay.
have very mild-mannered parents.
Yes, we do.
And we have created this group where it's just penises and
Yes.
and cunts and the word cunt.
The word cunt.
What have we how have we forsaken ourselves?
I don't know.
My mom is in it.
So is my dad.
How did they raise such filth?
I don't know, and they're our biggest fans, and we love
You know
them.
whose fault it is? Nut Bar.
It is Nut Bar's fault. Well, if she would stop smoking the heaters in her
I mean,
mini
she
truck.
carries. What you don't know about Nut Bar is she's a heavy smoker. And she has a truck, and the back of her truck is filled with cartons of cigarettes. And we're like, "You need a truck full?" And she's like, "I gotta have at least several cartons wherever I go. And if they're in my truck, I am always where my truck is." And so now she's had this cough, and it's like, "Well, because you smoke
Stop
at least
smoking
a carton
then.
a day."
Yeah. I mean, she is an art teacher by day, and so she has several rooms that she teaches in, and she'll be like, "Sorry, kids, I got to go put these in the kiln," and she just smokes
She
right
smokes
in the kiln,
right there.
Yeah. And so she just can't stop, and now she has a horrible
She
black
has this
lung.
cough.
Yeah,
A really terrible cough.
because
I would like to have you and Nutbar do an episode about sisters. We got to do it for Patreon.
Oh my
because you
God.
two, I'm feeling it would start some
Do
fiery
you think we
conflict.
would fight? Yeah,
I hope so. That's the point. But if she can contain her smoker's cough for a
let's
second.
hope she doesn't pass on. So anyway, our Facebook group is a really fun place. And so I just want to, first of all, my heart is warmed when people join and then they say, "You guys, this is so nice. It's so fun. Listening to you has really help.
does.
I just
like Kelly Ruiz.
Yes, I was just gonna say. I wrote her name down. So I was
know.
like, Kelly, girl, we're
Hang
with
in
you.
there.
And I know Tiff, not Tiffany of the Beehive, but our other listener, Tiffany, has gone through a bunch of shit.
Horrible
and
shit.
Amanda Beers has gone through a bunch of shit, and we're just all we're trying to make it through together. So it's a great place to be. And so I just want to say yay for that. And so the other thing that people on Facebook, in our Facebook group, like to do is scare the shit out of me with Australian spiders. So this week, for some fucking reason, there were like 900 posts about giant spiders.
Very big.
Fuck you all.
Would you rather want that or the volcanoes?
Oh, maybe spiders.
Yeah. Spiders are better than the volcanoes.
Yeah.
So don't put volcanoes.
I don't want anything about Yellowstone volcano.
No.
But I do want to tell Julie, stop fucking posting giant spiders
I
in
didn't
your
know
pool.
they could swim so well.
Yep. I would have fucking screamed and probably shot it with a gun. And say hi to Bex. And Sarah Putnam put some shit about spiders. And then Susie put that one with the huntsman spider crawling like up her face.
I know. There's like an Australian zoo where a lady has a huntsman and she's talking about it.
I mean, the thing with those
On her
are
arm.
they're so fucking big that you don't want to smash them either. Like, if there's a tiny one, you can just like brush it off.
No,
but
you'd have
those,
to-
if you killed it would be like a fucking bloodbath.
Yes.
No, I can't with those.
I enjoyed Jess HC. She's newish
Okay.
to the group.
Okay.
And she mentioned that I had mentioned a show called Keeping Up Appearances, which is my sister and my mother's favorite show. Of course, this is, I think it's from the early 80s. For sure. It's British. Keeping Up
Oh.
Appearances. It's with Hyacinth Bouquet. If you know it, you know it. So Hyacinth
Is that
Bouquet.
a drag queen?
Well, she looks like a drag queen.
Oh.
But she is a woman who's always trying to keep up appearances in her neighborhood. Like there's the church vicar who she's always trying to have in for tea and try to be better than she is. But her last name is Bucket, but she says it's Bouquet. So everyone calls her Mrs. Bucket. Her long-suffering husband just puts up with her nonsense. But the thing is, her sister and her mother are absolute trash, and her sister's husband is like a fat ass and a wife beater that's always drunk, and so they're always around. Like Hyacinth's trying to be extremely posh,
Right.
and then her sister and her drunken booze-hound husband and a dirty wife beater will show up, and he's like a cousin Eddie, for vacation, whatever. This show is a gem. So, I mean, it's old PBS, British comedy. And also, I loved Good Neighbors. And that's a show where, like, this couple decides to go self-sufficient. So they turn their whole yard in their suburbs into a farm. Like, start having chickens and goats and growing crops in their, like, suburban London
This is another
yard.
British.
And yes, British.
Okay.
It's from the 70s.
Oh!
Pardon me. We'll edit that out. And their
We'll edit
neighbors
that out
are
too.
super posh, but then have to have garden parties. But then their neighbors have goats.
But then they have goats. Yes.
And it's actually really funny how they try to I don't know. It's like they're just super old. And just to have people remember these shows that I'm not talking into the wind. And it's just, not just my sister and mom and me, but some of the oldies are pretty good. So that made me laugh.
When we travel to London, I would like to know what's going on with vicars.
I don't know anything about vicars.
Like, why are they in every British TV show?
Is that a priest? Is a vicar a priest?
Yeah, or like a pastor, or
And they live at the vicary or whatever, right?
Like,
Is there a vicary? Is that a thing? Because the vicar always had to come for tea, and she always wanted to be into the vicar's good graces.
Well, and did you watch Fleabag?
No, I haven't watched Fleabag yet. She has a vicar?
He's like a main character.
Oh.
Is it?
I don't know. I only know a vicar because I watch so much British shows, and they always have a vicar.
Right. So is there one in every block? Like
I
every
think there's
neighborhood has to have a vicar?
I think so. So if you're British,
Please help
tell
us.
us what the deal is with goddamn. Oh, I shouldn't say that with vicar. We don't know what vicars are.
Please help us. We want to
Because
know
it's a Catholic, right, or a pastor.
if we should be looking
We don't know
for
about
these
that.
vicars.
we
Should
don't. I don't think people know we're going.
if we see one on the street,
No.
should we invite them to have tea with
I
us?
think we need in cake and crumpets.
Okay.
Vicar, want some crumpets? Tay. Why are you running?
Help us. We don't understand.
We don't understand
this.
many things.
America.
Yes, Megan and I are traveling to the UK.
Yes, we are.
At the end of March. So if you live in the UK, we're in London. We're going to London.
Yeah.
We're going to terrorize London. I have been on my iFit taking London walks. So I am as good as a tour guide.
You are.
Yes, I have walked through the city of London, which I guess is like all banking and stuff. I just did Westminster Walk. I haven't done like a Buckingham or
Well,
whatever.
don't see it all before.
Well, no, I'm not
I
going
get to see
inside.
it
I'm
with
just
you.
walking in the
Okay.
neighborhoods that are around where we're staying.
Okay.
So maybe if we can find a pub stay, I'm going to try to go finalize all our tours.
Yeah.
We
We want to do
and we
all
can
the
see some
murder.
listings. Yes.
All the murder. We want to do Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, we got that one booked and ready.
We want to do all the
Royalty.
things because
I said I want to go to Pinewood Studios where they film Star Wars. Megan is not
I said
excited about
I'll
that.
just find a pub when you do that.
Um,
I want to go on the boat. I mean, on the bus tour.
Of course. I
When
want
we're
to.
way up on top and taking pictures and
Yep.
screaming. I want to go to the chicken shops.
And say, there's a vicar.
The vicar! I want to see Amelia de
Yeah, we
Molenberg
can
go to
do
a
that.
chicken
Eat some
shop.
chicken.
And
We have to go to the Tower of London.
Tower of London.
I
to
heard that was
see
cool.
The murder,
Yeah.
where the murders took place, and lots of other stuff. We'll do some
With the
Shakespeare
Globe.
stuff. Yep. And so tell us
We
what
have
else
tons.
we got to do, and maybe we can have a meetup if we can figure it out. I don't know. We don't know
Yeah.
what we're doing.
No, but almost everything we want to see is just like walking distance from
Yeah.
what we're seeing. Like
Yeah.
literally like a half an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can just walk around and see like everything.
Yeah.
And then decide if we want to go out and venture
We're
somewhere.
excited.
I'm so excited. I can't stand it.
I keep having fear that I will lose my passport before then.
Well, we'll
Like
have to
every
stay
night I
there.
have to keep
I have mine.
checking.
Yeah, I know where mine is. Yeah. I
Yeah.
have to visually see it every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Should we start the shit show?
Yes, let's. I watched so many this week. I feel like I might get them mixed up.
That's okay.
Okay.
I listened to I was listening to a ton of podcasts cleaning. And then, well,
Okay. So we're on a Dateline again.
maybe we'll do Dateline January. People do dry January. Maybe we'll do Dateline January.
You know what? We are not doing dry January.
No, and it's not fair to January birthdays.
It isn't.
It's not fair.
Well, it's not fair for going back to school and trying to
No.
make it through the coldest month of the year. That's not fair for anyone.
No.
So just stop it with dry January.
Yeah. Just be an alcoholic and know that you got a foot in the grave already. What's a few more years?
Just don't make anyone feel bad about drinking
No.
or not drinking.
So this is Dateline called Lethal Weapon. Mel Gibson is not in
no,
it.
No.
Which is
Neither
good.
is Danny Glover.
Danny Glover, I once was in a car with Danny Glover. Did you know that?
No.
I gave him a handy. No, I picked him up at the airport.
Why?
We're totally friends. No, because it was my job. At college in San Diego. I was secretary of like student
Oh yeah.
student
You did
activities, and so he came to do a talk. He was like doing a film talk, and so it was my job as the secretary to go get all these dicks at the airport. And so, what do you say to him in the car? I just
Hey,
yeah.
welcome.
He told me about a hunting trip he took with his kids.
Oh,
I was like,
Jesus.
oh, that sounds fun.
Great.
But he was actually very, very nice.
Good.
Very nice. Anyway, we are learning about a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
A doctor named Autumn Klein. And this woman is a neurologist. And she was incredibly intelligent. So 41-year-old Autumn Klein, at this point in her life, she's a doctor and like the head of, I like whatever, not clinic, but
It was like
research,
a hospital.
yeah. She's the head of
she
whatever her
was-
station is.
She was a patient. I mean, she worked
Was a
with
doctor,
patients.
but she also was like the head.
She was the head of
surgeon.
neurology.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wife and mother. This is when they're in Pittsburgh. So she has Pittsburgh, this hospital, University of Pittsburgh, asked for her specifically because she was such a rising star at such a young age in her field. She has a husband called Robert Ferrante. So Robert and Autumn Robert is a PhD. They didn't say MD. So he's a neuroscientist.
Right.
She is a neurologist, medical doctor. They both relocated from Boston. So they had been living in Boston for a while. And they're working in Pittsburgh at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. They're both doing very well in their careers. And we see from a friend, Dr. Karen, who worked with Autumn, our doctor, the neurologist. We hear from cousin Sharon, who is like a bestie,
Right.
to Dr.
So it's not
Autumn.
like a rant. Sometimes I'm always like, they get some aunt from 900 miles away, and they're like, I liked her.
Yeah.
I saw her once every 2 years at Christmas.
Yeah.
This one actually seemed to like be in touch with
know
the
her,
family.
yes,
And
know her very well.
Be very close with Autumn.
So cousin Sean King telling us about these two. As she was growing up, Autumn, they showed cute little pictures. She, playing doctor. She would play doctor to the dog. She just always wanted to be a doctor. And thankfully, she's incredibly intelligent, also thoughtful, caring, all of this. She was the top of her class at her college in Baltimore. We do see her mother, Lois Klein. Her mother seems like she might be a little bit hoity-toity posh a bit because she had she seemed to have certain dreams for Autumn, but
Not that being a doctor wasn't one of them.
no, she wanted her to go certain schools. I
Yeah.
think there was maybe more Ivy League-ish schools
Yeah.
she wanted her to go to.
But she was like, Autumn said she was going to do it, and she did.
Autumn's like, I'm doing it this way. I'm doing it this way. And her
Yeah.
mom was like, her parents were very proud of her. But I think Autumn wanted to go to Boston, which you have a child in Boston.
I do.
Lois, the mom, said Boston was a hellhole of crime and debauchery, and she's not having her daughter go there.
Right.
And her daughter said, Autumn said, hell no, I'm going to Boston University. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love crime and debauchery.
And so her mother's just very, very proud. But she had concerns again because Autumn's a medical student. She's going to Boston U Medical School. She's doing incredibly well. But the thing is, what women do all the time, you are a superstar. You're doing incredibly well. You're talented. You're one of the brightest young medical neuroscientists or neurosurgeons in the country. But then you got a faulty picker.
Yes.
She picks as her beau, as her man. I mean, he has a PhD. He's a neuroscientist, has a PhD. So he was probably obviously very intelligent. But he's 110.
He was 110.
She picks his old ass fucker.
And then they flash to the mom, and the mom's like,
Well, she's too old. We said, he's too old. He had been divorced. He has grown children. And she is like 23, 24.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? That's fine. Love doesn't know an age.
Love sees no age.
No. Anna Nicole loved hard when she married him. Anna Nicole
She-
Smith. He was 110. She was 28.
She sure did.
She loved him.
Yes.
So they show a picture and the guy actually kind of looks normal-ish. but something, if you're that smart, if you're both that smart to be like in the sciences, you're both equally the same kind of weird nerd, I feel like. So I don't think one maybe was nerdier than the other, but I feel like he was probably incredibly nerdy.
Yeah.
And again, 110.
Yeah.
So the minute she's done with medical school,
His age and his looks were not the most alarming thing about it.
No.
Wait.
Oh, no. Not even close. Not even close. Which this would have turned me off in a second because my foot would have gone right to my mouth and would have had to run away the minute I met him. Bob, what's he's called? They get married. All right. It's like, it looked like a lovely kind of just like civil ceremony, kind of, I think.
Sharon, well, I thought she had a wedding dress, didn't she?
I thought, Laura looked like a suit, but maybe it was a quick, maybe she did. I don't know. Whatever. It looked lovely. Mm-hmm. Sharon, the cousin, was like, yeah, Bob was nice. I mean, nerdy. She comes say like he was nerdy, but she's like, yeah, Autumn was, nerdy, but kind of not. Trying to just say Bob was a freaking weirdo.
Yes.
Something was weird about him, and man, she was right. So they end up having a baby girl. Very, very excited. And Autumn's career takes off because she is incredibly intelligent and good at what she does.
Right.
So in 2011, she and Bob are in Boston. They're not exactly happy with their situation. And Pittsburgh goes out and recruits them both. They offer Bob a lab for his research, and they offer her head position of their neurology department. And they're like, hell yeah! And they go to Pittsburgh and absolutely love it. They're loving it, living it up. But at this point that we get to, again, Autumn is 41.
Right.
And she is really wanting a second baby and has been struggling with infertility, taking hormone injections, going through all of that, which is any woman went through. It's so stressful, and then you can't stress yourself out, so you're stressed about getting stressed, and just I just can't imagine. It just sounds like really, she's just is hearing ticking in her head. But she does have a daughter that she loves. So Bob, her husband, this is 2013, very early 2013, like January, very beginning. Bob says, I've been doing research. Oh, I'll do a normal voice right now.
Okay.
I've been doing research and creatine is supposed to help you get pregnant with my seed.
I guess my husband's trying to get pregnant.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. That can't be right.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, they are saying it's good for menopause.
Yeah,
but
maybe
menopause is not
what
having
do
a
I
baby.
know? I don't know. So Bob says, I'm using creatine in my research, and I hear it gets you knocked up when you pork real well. And so she's like, fine, I'll try anything, I'll put it in let's put it in my shakes, that she takes every day, her vitamin shakes. So he's going to add creatine. So this certain day, she texts Bob and says, I ovulate tomorrow. And Bob returns and says creatine and the smiley face. So that was during her work day. She lived so close to the hospital that she could walk there, and it takes her probably 5 minutes to walk home.
Right.
So the end of her work day was midnight. She's working whatever shift or been there for fucking forever, as doctors do.
Yeah.
She walks home. She gets home at midnight. Takes her like 3 to 5 minutes to walk from the hospital. And they say she arrives home in few minutes later, Bob, her husband, is calling 911. And then the 911 answers and says, what's your emergency?
Yeah.
And Bob says, and the woman says, ma'am, please calm down. Tell me what's the problem. And she says, ma'am, please Your wife is having a stroke? No, the woman didn't. The 911 didn't say ma'am, but Bob is the highest high talker I've ever heard.
This
It is Minnie Mouse
yes.
on helium.
It
Bob's woman voice. There's no way you would hear Bob on the phone and think it's a man.
No.
Absolutely 1,000%.
And
no.
it wasn't even this. I mean, he was alarmed or whatever when he called, but this wasn't even like because he was freaked out or alarmed. This was his like. Then they went on to interview. Like they had.
Yes.
You heard what his voice sounded like when he wasn't on a 911 call, and
it's a woman.
Still Minnie Mouse on helium.
He had like where there literally was no. There can't be testosterone or testes or balls. You can't. I don't understand how his voice is that high. It's higher than a woman's voice.
Yeah.
It's like you're on helium.
And it was very like soft spoken. Yeah.
And then
it was like this
he
instead
says,
of like
I
this.
think my wife is having a stroke. And so they're like, okay.
Like, what do you mean?
And then he said other things, so we'll get to what he said at the time. So the paramedics arrive, and what they say is they see Autumn on her back, unresponsive. Her eyes are open.
Mm-hmm.
She's on the floor and kind of just writhing and trying to breathe. Then there's video, and they show what it looks like her just writhing on the cart. Like her neck is all stretched, like every inch of her is pained, but she's stuck
right
in this misery. So she gets wheeled into the emergency room, her hospital, very quickly because she lives so quick. And all of the doctors, like the best doctors, work here. So the best doctors are surrounded. She's surrounded by her colleagues that are brilliant, and they're all saying they just don't know. Bob is just saying, I think she's stroking out. And they're like, okay. They're trying to like do tests. They realize they take her blood. Her blood is neon red, like alarmingly bright red. Her vitals are going insane. She just has a blank stare. There's barely a pulse. She's struggling to breathe. They put her on a ventilator. Then Bob tells the ER doctors, lately she's had headaches and fainting, and she hasn't been feeling well. She's had some nausea. And Bob is, I still think it might be a stroke. So Bob calls Autumn's parents. And so her mom, Lois, is just saying what the worst call you could possibly get.
Right. Yeah.
And it's obviously like one in the morning.
Yeah.
And so they're driving all through the night to get to Autumn, and she's just said she's praying for Autumn to hold on for her to get there.
Right.
And one doctor at least saw the alarmingly vibrant red blood and realized oxygen is not leaving her blood and going into her brain or her tissue or anything. So he says it's not Dr. LaPointe.
No.
Who's would have solved this in 3 seconds, but he wasn't there to LaPointe his weighing in my direction. But this doctor did a toxicology whole panel because that just to him is like, well, poison maybe makes, like,
I thought for sure that we were going to be fucked too, because every time they do toxicology, then we always find out like, well, you have to ask for special tests to get certain things. So like they'll test for like alcohol and pot or something.
But he must have did like a metal.
Yeah. Everybody has alcohol and pot.
Yes,
but
no kidding.
Yeah.
But by the time her mom gets there, she's hooked up to machines. They're trying to oxygenate her brain, her heart, her lungs. Bob says, I'll try to call all the people I know that are great surgeons. So they're like, sure, go for it. Whatever, dude, just do it. But by the time her parents get there, she's declared brain dead. Mm-hmm. I mean, so awful. I can't even like try to imagine putting myself in that position. Like it's such a horrific thing to see and to hear and have to deal with and have to travel with that panic and know you can't travel any faster. The cousin Sharon calls Lois and says, "Oh my God, she lives farther away. Can I travel there?" And Lois just said, "There's nothing that you can do." So she's on machines. They brought her little daughter in to say goodbye. I mean, so horrifically awful. After 3 days, she was just pronounced dead because there was no brain activity. It was just so incredibly sad. And there's an autopsy because there should be when a healthy 41-year-old just drops dead on her kitchen, pretty much. The brain looked healthy. There was no stroke, like her doctor husband kept suggesting.
Right.
Her heart did have an abnormal shape, but that was not the cause of death. In fact, it wasn't an issue because she was healthy. She was a runner. It maybe when she was older caused issues, but this was not the issue, the ME said. The medical examiner was totally confused. It's like, this is a totally healthy female. There's nothing I can see that I have no idea why she's dead at 41. So he said cause of death, he wrote pending the toxicology report.
Right.
And his name was Todd Lukasevic. Thought, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Tad. So Tad, the ME, waits a few days. Tad gets the results and he's like, oh, fuck. She died from an incredibly lethal dose of cyanide.
You guys.
I mean, it's not even arsenic that you can get like in a fucking Target practically from the rat poison you can buy. But cyanide.
No.
Like, where would you even get cyanide? So then the ME is like, holy shit.
Right.
Okay. He tests her blood. It's like a whole lot. And they showed how you put the blood in here, you put this in here, and if it turns purple, it's cyanide. And her blood was like purple to purplest purple.
Yeah.
The purplest purple. So the ME, Tad, gets the results and calls the funeral home right away. And it's like, holy shit, I want some more of her organs to see like how much cyanide is seeped into all of her body.
Like, has this been going on for a while or is it just an acute thing?
And the funeral home says, well, we just cremated her. So Tad was like, oh, fuck. But he still had some vials of her blood saved, tested all of that blood, and it was just cyanide city. So he's completely like, holy fuck. He looks back at the details of how she collapsed. She's suffering, wanting air. And he's like, well, of course, because cyanide blocks your body's ability for oxygen in your blood to go to your organs, to your brain, to your lungs. So you're just sitting there suffocating. And even though you're breathing, you can't get any air.
It reminds me of S-Town.
Oh, yeah. He used cyanide,
Remember?
didn't he?
And it was like painful. And didn't he tape himself?
Because I think it like tears apart your stomach too.
Yes.
Ish. So awful. I mean, it has to be. I mean, the fact that she was writhing like that, it has to be
awful.
So they go back to the 911 call, and there is Bab. And you hear in the background Autumn literally moaning in complete agony.
Yes.
And Bob says this, Jesus Christmas, sweetheart. I think she's having a seizure. Like that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christmas, sweetheart. Who says that to their...
I don't know.
I wouldn't say Jesus Christmas, sweetheart if Jamie was writhing on the on the floor.
No.
Like, oh, sweetie, you're not feeling good.
Oh, you're having a stroke.
And a seizure.
Or maybe a seizure.
But she was clearly struggling to breathe. So then we see the DA... I forget his name, but the ME said out of his like 3,500 cases, this is the only cyanide case he's ever had.
Well, everybody kept saying that. They're
And the
like,
DI was like, I've never had a cyanide case. This is my first one. Like, no one, who the fuck has cyanide?
I don't know. Yes.
So then they tell Autumn's parents. Autumn's mom was like, what the hell? She tells Shannon, and Shannon's just like, what? And then Dr. Karen, her friend, she's like, I can't even think about it because I know what that does to the body. And her death was agonizing. And I don't want to think of my friend in agonizing pain for days. So detectives get involved because this is clearly suspicious. So we get Detective Jim McGee, and Jim goes to talk to Bob. And so he says, Bob, take me through that night. So Bob says that Autumn gets home a little bit before midnight and then just collapsed on the floor right away.
Like literally.
Like what?
Right away.
How is she just walking just normally fine? And then she walks in the door and collapses on the floor of cyanide poisoning? What? So detectives tell Bob, like, she didn't have a stroke like you were saying, Dick Munch. She died of cyanide poisoning.
Right.
And then they said Bob gasped. And then Bob said, why would she do this to herself?
Right away. That's the first
The detective was like, are you fucking kidding? You think she cyanide poisoned herself the minute she walked through her door? Like, what? And then Bob says, well, she was frustrated she couldn't get pregnant and have another child. So you would take yourself out and not raise the child you fought so hard to have already? What are you talking about?
And this, luckily, we didn't have to scream at the cops in this episode because they were on to him pretty quickly.
Oh, immediately, I think.
They took all of the things that they had listened to him say, and they were all very pointed in one way.
Yes.
Right? Like, on the first thing he said when he called was, she's having a stroke.
Yeah.
And then, now she's having a seizure. So he was very careful in...
When you could clearly hear her going...
Yeah.
You know...
And then the first thing is, why would she do that to herself? So now he's saying,
like,
suicide.
A normal person would be like, well, how the fuck did she get cyanide?
Right.
Like, what are you talking about? I'm a doctor. Yeah. A doctor wouldn't do that to themselves. Right. A doctor would know, like, there's easier ways.
Well, it's just, horrifying. It doesn't make sense. That's
I'm not
the first
sure a
thing
doctor would do that. And then the detectives find out right away, like, in her lab, she had zero access to it.
Right.
There was no reason for her to have it. They're like, did she go into another lab? So they look at the security footage of her last day. She's not scanning her past in any mysterious lab, getting cyanide, none of that. So the detectives are like, she was murdered. This is fucking dumb to even think she cyanided herself. Her cousin Sharon, too, was like, no way. She had scheduling plans out. She had
vacation
surgeries. She's still, there's no way. But then she's like, well, Bob just didn't seem like he's a renowned researcher. He's a professional. Except for his voice, he seemed normal.
His voice was very
He doesn't have cyanide in his lab. But the detective said, well, you know what? After we grabbed the fucker's computer, talked to his friends, and did, just a few checks, in 3 months' time, they knew Bob did it. And they're like, Bob did it. He's a total psycho dick. Yes. And they go to Bob's visiting his sister in Florida. Police go all the way there. Bob gets tipped off and takes off, and the police are that fucker, and so you think he's a fugitive.
Yes, they think he's gonna run, or that he's on the
run. So they actually pull him over. Bob just says, I was just driving back to Pittsburgh to turn myself in. But they pulled him over in West Virginia and arrested him. And by the time he got arrested, that fucker looked old.
Yeah.
He looked really old.
He was old when they got married, so
he was ancient.
Oof.
So then we actually, the judge of that case was like, this case was tough because I didn't know I couldn't predict which way it was going to go. I would have kind of understood if he was guilty of it, but I could kind of understand if he got off because it was just a tough case. The lawyers were good. And I'm like, sir, I don't think the lawyers were that good. The defense attorney lawyers were not good. But the experts were good, he said. So he just didn't know which way it was going to go. So for motive, the prosecutors think the motive was that he was losing control of his far more successful wife, that he was a very jealous, controlling, obsessive husband. He's noticing his marriage is in more and more jeopardy. She's getting more frustrated that she's not getting pregnant. They're fighting more. Autumn told her cousin that he's a cold fish. He has no emotion, no compassion, and that Bob pretty much sucks dick. And that she just has been alone in the marriage. She also told her cousin that she wants to leave and get a divorce.
Right.
Now, Bob mentioned that he thought she was getting too close with a colleague and having an affair, but cousin Sharon...
Or like a... If not a physical affair, like an emotional affair. Yeah.
And cousin Sharon was like, she would have told me if she's interested in anybody. Like, she would have just told me. There was no affair. So Bob is like an embittered, jealous, controlling, and just wanted her to die painfully. Just hated her, obviously, I guess.
Awful.
And so he came up with this creatine is going to help you get pregnant. And so that's a reason for me to give you these shakes every month. And so he thought he could put this poison in her shake. And he thought that cyanide disappears in the system and it wouldn't be traced. And unfortunately, all of the cyanide was discovered in her blood.
Unfortunately, none of it went anywhere.
None of it went anywhere. And again, our number one rule, if not number two, is don't take a drink from your husband.
No.
Or make him drink it first.
We used to kind of specify, like, you know, don't take a glass of wine or a mixed cocktail. Now it's just nothing.
Any drink.
Not a smoothie.
Make him take a drink first.
Not a Gatorade.
Because if he's
goddamn thing
poisoning you, you know he put his dink in it.
God, yeah.
Or dipped his balls in it.
Or farted near it.
So true. And so you know to just when they turn their back, throw it into a plant.
Yes.
Throw it into the plant, pretend you drink it all.
Face.
Or in their face.
Yeah.
Or in their crotch, because that's funny.
Yeah.
So Lois, the mom, says too, like, fucking Bab didn't want an autopsy. And he's a fucking doctor. And Lois, he's like, well, why do you want it? And Lois is like, are you fucking kidding? My daughter died horribly and mysteriously. Why wouldn't I want to know why? So Lois says, Bob told me, well, people want autopsies all the time. And then they end up not wanting the results.
Right.
She's like, what?
No, no one ever wants that.
That's never been a thing. And what the fuck are you talking about? And you're a doctor. What do you mean? Well, then we meet his two defense attorneys. One is literally named Wendy Williams.
I know. I heard that too, but it's not that.
She looks like Mr. Burns put a blonde wig on. She was handsome. And then the other attorney was Bill Diffenderter. What a name.
I know. That's a bad one.
So they said, well, none of this is true. You know what? What do you mean murder? There's no proof there was cyanide in her system. And they're like, there certainly was. There certainly
were they talking about?
I don't know. It was like, there certainly was. Absolutely.
That doesn't even
make sense. Their whole thing.
No.
And then they say, we're going to put Bab on the stand. And the judge says, putting your client accused of murder on the stand is risky at best.
Right.
And it hardly ever works out.
And he did.
But they thought Bab could explain the marriage. And he was saying, you know, we were struggling in our marriage for a really long time, he says. But weeks before she died, we kissed and made up. That's not helping.
No.
That is not helping. And then he said, well, I didn't want her to have an autopsy because I know she wanted to donate her organs. But she died a horrible death. I don't think those organs are going to go anywhere.
No.
I think maybe over that is finding out why she died, Bab, if you were not guilty.
Yeah.
I think that overrides it.
I don't understand how anyone would not want to know, like, if the death was mysterious.
If a family member cacks, don't you want to know what happened?
Yeah, I think so.
Jeez. I don't know.
Yeah,
So prosecutors are like, obviously, the creatine shake that he was so excited about her taking was his way of administering to his wife a deadly amount of
horrible cyanide.
And Dr. Ferrante Biab himself told another doctor friend that once I gave her creatine drink, she passed out on the floor. So he admitted to other friends that he gave her the drink and then she dropped to the floor. Well, that'll happen when you take a massive dose of cyanide.
Yeah.
So police said after they found his laptop that he stupidly hid in his safe. I feel like a bug landed on me.
No,
God.
I don't see it.
He had been researching, because he's a dumbass bitch, cyanide poison, how to kill, what effect on the body, cyanide poisoning, how to purchase, where do you get cyanide, what do you do with cyanide, how to drug someone with cyanide, all this cyanide research.
Right.
How do you kill your wife with cyanide? So Bob actually went to his lab and went to the person in charge of purchases for the lab and told this person to buy cyanide. So the person's like, okay, and said he's never, ever, ever done that before. There was no reason for him to have it in the lab. And then he asked for it to be delivered overnight. And they said, well, when was this? 2 days prior to Autumn dying.
Right.
Who is going to... He knew she was going to ovulate.
Yes, he had to have it by the time
he
she
had
ovulated.
to have it.
Yep.
Obviously. And so he delivers cyanide overnight. He then takes it out of the box because his fingerprints are on the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Then he takes out 8 grams, which is incredibly lethal amount, and takes that 8 grams home with him. And he admits to taking out 8 grams.
And they're like, why did you need to take that
And he doesn't have a
home?
reason.
No. But then they probably just said, like, it's a lie. He didn't.
Yeah.
Like they were saying about
Well,
everything else.
What Bob assumed was untraceable in the body, which it is not. So the defense attorneys, again, are saying, we do not believe Adam Klein died from cyanide. I mean,
Yeah. Again, like that wasn't why she died.
That's
okay.
What are you talking about? Of course she did, you dumb ass.
Yeah.
They tried to say like the lab screwed up. The lab did 2 tests. Well, the first one she had 3.3 cc's, or I don't know whatever that means.
However much.
And then it was 2.2. That's still an incredibly lethal amount in your blood. Then they said, well, we did a test and it was only 0.3. And they're like, fuck you. Your test was dumb and you probably used not even hurt blood.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have another pathologist on for the defense who doesn't even argue for them. He just says, I don't know, you should have given it to a third middle party and figured out what it was then. I mean, he offers nothing in their defense. And then they say, well, Autumn did have that fucked heart. Maybe she needed CPR. Well, too bad her husband wasn't a doctor. Her husband could have given CPR. So that's not helping the cause either. You say she needed CPR and died of heart problems, but he just stood there?
I know. And then
you're still making him out to be a total
seizure
dick.
now, dear?
Yeah. I mean,
no.
Come on. And then
high voice.
Who was it? Dennis? This one was Dennis. I think.
Yeah, Dennis Murphy. Yeah.
And he says, well, how come this dick was looking up cyanide right before she died? And bought cyanide. And they said, well, months later, he had cyanide in a research. Well, what are you talking about? No, he didn't. He was arrested months later. Like, he was in jail.
Yeah.
And then the other defense attorney says, well, I mean, that he would have to be a super dumbass to buy cyanide and kill his wife with it the next day.
That's
don't you
just
think?
Like Captain Obvious.
I'm like, but that's what he did.
Yeah.
That's what he did because he's a dumbass.
Yeah.
He was so arrogant, he didn't think anyone would talk about it.
Why was he looking that shit up?
Well, he thought she would have just dropped dead instantly. He didn't realize she would hang on like that. Probably because she was in really good shape.
Yeah.
She was in excellent shape. I don't know. Like, I don't know what he was thinking. I think he maybe knew she had that heart and maybe could have gotten it, but he still would have done an autopsy on a 41-year-old who just drops dead, who was fine the whole day.
I think
they would have found
thought
it.
He was so fucking smart. Like, that's the thing with these narcissists that. Ugh.
So the jury goes away for I don't even know if they had their sandwich. They were back because they hated him so much.
Yeah, they did.
And he's guilty. Life of first-degree murder, life in prison.
Well, once he took the stand and
I think they
peep
realized.
came out of his mouth, they were like, ew.
Yeah. They said something's wrong with this guy.
We can't stand his voice.
Yeah, just make him guilty so he goes away.
Yeah,
I
we
can't
don't
deal with
hear
this
it anymore.
Oh, my God. No, absolute buffoon. Buffoon.
So dumb and crazy.
I mean, just a waste. And then they were married for probably almost 20 years. What is wrong with you? Oh my God. Anyway, I'm glad he was caught very quickly.
Yeah, at least this one didn't go on for ages.
And he didn't get any years of freedom like so many others do.
God.
Total
he
doucher.
Could take that voice right.
No, he's going to be popular in jail.
We do have a book club, and book club last week went awry. We had some sound problems.
I don't know why,
and I was trying to talk to people standing in the entryway of a restaurant, and I couldn't talk unless
because you would talk and then your screen, your video would go
off. It was
weird,
stupid. Anyway,
something was fucked up.
I'm sad and mad because I did love the book. Like, I bawled my head off like a baby. This month we are meeting on Zoom on the 27th of January. This is a Tuesday night, the 27th of January at 7:30 Central Standard Time. And we are reading The Berry Pickers by Amanda Peters.
Yeah.
It's lovely. I read it.
I did too.
Hopefully I'll remember it by the time
I know I read it.
We get there. And then
the beginning of the summer.
Next month, March is Rebecca.
Yeah.
Which I read a long time ago. So now I'm rereading it. I started it over break. So we're doing a couple classics because I saw you had an Agatha Christie.
I thought I'll try some.
Yeah.
They should be those 900-year-old books should be in the fucking library, I hope. But maybe they won't because they're old, but everyone should have Rebecca.
Yes. And it was free on Amazon Kindle.
Good.
There were also some that you could buy for 99 cents, but then if you scrolled down a little ways, it was like, Rebecca, free with Kindle Unlimited. I was like, huh.
Yeah. Oh.
Odd.
No, they do that because they try to trick you.
They try to trick you. So keep scrolling down.
And then you always can have your Amazon packages be like a few days later if you don't need it. And then now they give you digital credit.
They do?
So, and before Christmas, they were giving like $5 digital credit if you could put your packages after Christmas. And so, like, you just can... if you have packages delivered, look, and sometimes they'll say digital credit if you have it delivered a week later.
Oh my
and
God,
it's usually $3.99 or $2.99, and so you can get just a few of those. That's what I use them for. Except my family then will rent movies on Amazon and use all my digital credit. And then I get mad and I'm like, calm down, you just. What's the problem? I say I try and save all this digital credit to get a book, and then you use it for a movie, and then I have to buy a book, and I get nothing out of it.
That's bullshit.
I know. And do they pay me back? Absolutely not.
That is some bullshit.
So, they're movies.
So stay tuned. We're going to try to make it through this first week back at the deodorant factory. I know we have a lot of deodorant factory workers, listeners. So God
hang
bless.
in there.
Be with you.
It's only how many weeks until June?
Yeah. Oof. Woof, we're halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway there. All right. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Oh, no. Sorry. Say bye again.
Bye.
Because I lost, I lost the mouse. The mouse went to my iPad. So I don't know what to do. Say bye again. Third time. There we go. Done. Bye-bye.